Hey folks, let's try this again, shall we? Hopefully this time I won't start feeling ill again. And I'm really sorry about that. I really didn't. That was really unexpected. I knew I felt a little bit queasy, but I didn't expect that. For anybody who is on, I apologize. If you weren't on and you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. You don't need to know. You don't want to know. Right now, I am just sort of folding up my paperwork from Bargain Beadbox here, and so we can check things out here. And we'll get going here in a moment. I've actually been sitting here at my desk for a few minutes now because I was setting, I've got all the little necklaces that we started on Monday done, and now I just need to make all the earrings. So I was sort of getting the pieces together in the different dishes. So, hey Chris, good to see you, hon. And Heather. Yeah, I feel much better too. It's amazing what a little bit of a lie down will do when you're feeling nauseous. I'm feeling much better, thank you. I did wait till 11 instead of 10:30 like I originally thought I could do, but when 10:30 rolled around, I was still feeling a little bit not quite there, so figured I'd wait for a little bit longer. But anyway, we're going to look at our bargain bead box. I did see it a bit on Randy's. I wasn't paying a lot of attention since I knew that I was going to unbox mine today. Oh, by the way, I know you guys probably saw this because I posted it on the, but see, I painted my little pendant piece from the companion bundle for Mayflowers. So I didn't put in a lot, just outlined the butterfly, the flower, and the leaf stem. But boy, it really changed the look of it. I like it. I really like it now because I didn't like it before because everything just sort of melded together. So that was irritating to me. But so it was good that they all. Um, Thanks, Dorothy. Thanks, Heather. Um, yeah, feeling much better. Thank you, guys. I didn't even think about it. Chris mentioned, did I get my order? I don't know, Heather. My mail hasn't came yet today, so I haven't seen it. So we'll see. I'm hoping so, but we'll see. Anyway, so I've been laying down for a little bit, but I was. Chris mentioned that. Well, I don't think she's taking antibiotics, but maybe if she's taking antibiotics with her pain pill, that would did it. And you know what? I got one more day of antibiotics left, and I take it with my morning pills. So since I did take my pain pill with my morning pills, I combined the antibiotic and the pain pill, and I'll know not to do that again. I said. So let's turn down and we'll take a look at this bag of goodies. And I do have a box to start putting things in. Um, as we pull them out and get them separated, we'll get them in the box so that I used to always just put these in little, just dump the baggie into a little flat little box. But I'm finding I really like them separated better. It gives you don't have to dig for stuff that way, so it's really handy that way. I would really like it. Yes, please do hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. So anyway, let's turn down. We'll open this bag up, and we'll see what we have. Looks like we have 22 items, which means the box has to have things combined because there's only 18 slots. But that's all right. So anyway, let's turn down. Yeah, come on, baby. So it's called Tranquil Tides. Dive into an ocean of blue spot jasper and sodalite where you'll meet an adorable lampwork octopus, a pair of chalcedony starfish. Now that's again that word that I've heard pronounced so many different ways that I'm not sure if it's chalcedony, chalcedony. I pronounce it chalcedony. So if you don't, sorry. Starfish, sea turtle, and seahorse charms, and much more. Deep blues and orange, coral orange tones combined with sparkling crystal and antique copper accents in swirled wave designs. So that sounds like that might be pretty fun. Now, if you are, if you do get the bargain bead box, you also get a coupon for their sister site, Beadbox Bargains. So, and that's valid for all month long. You can use it as many times as you want, and it's I use it quite frequently. it's 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 pretty it's a pretty good deal. Then they also suggest that if you wish to, you can enter your pictures of your creations on the Bargain Bead Box Creative Corner Facebook page and get entered to win a $50 gift certificate to Beadbox Bargains, and that's really cool. Lastly, if you have a problem with your box, their support team is probably one of the best I've ever seen, and they usually fix things for it right away. So Google says it's chalcedony. Yeah. So, like I said, I've heard it pronounced all kinds of ways, so who knows? And so let's turn our paper over here. Like I say, we got 22 items, it says. So let's see what we got here. Now, I like to put these in the box in order of, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, because there's so many, a couple of them will get combined. But let's see, this is number 4. Is our pendant here number 1? It is. 31 by 15 millimeter blue spot jasper and brass teardrop pendant. Retail value $6.99. Now, Randy's was saying hers was loose. Mine doesn't feel very loose, but it might be a teeny touch. It also has these bells I hate because you can just push on them and open them up. And no, I don't like that, so I'll be pulling that bail off. But this is pretty. I like this piece. I would like it to have been a little bit bigger, but it's really pretty as it is. I love this. This pendant is wonderful. Yes, I really like it a lot. So it's going to go into, put your paper down in there, slot 1. 2 is supposed to be 2 pieces of starfish. That would be these little guys. 2 pieces, 13 by 14 millimeter white chalcedony dyed starfish charms, coral pink, $4.99 retail price. Pretty cute. They're nice. I like those. Put those in spot number 2. Three is supposed to be a 15 by 25 millimeter lampwork glass octopus bead. Retail price $3.99. Okay, little guy, where are you at? I've seen so many people go see the guy and go, oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's right here. Come here, you. He is very cute. Now, my problem with him, his hole goes from head to bottom here, which is good, is want to be really, really careful with what I put him on, because I'd be afraid of breaking his little legs off. He does have 8 little legs, just like he should. 1, 2, and 3 in the same spot. You know, Dorothy, that's not a bad idea. I might actually combine some of these too, because let's face it, once you use the piece, you only have one, so it's not like you're gonna I just knocked beads over. It's not like you're going to need the spot once you use the one piece up. So that's an excellent plan. I think I'll put our octopus in with our pendant here. No, he'll go with the starfish, because that way I know that he shouldn't get bumped as much. Number 4 was our strand of 8mm blue spot jasper, retail price $6.99. You know, I had never heard of blue spot jasper either until until everybody started unboxing these. And they do look a little bit like Sodalite, but at the same time, they don't. Mine has a lot more white in it than the Sodalite, which has a lot more blue. I think, are these Sodalite or are these blue spot too? That's blue spot. Those are Sodalite. But see, now they have more grays and blue than this. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a cross between Sodalite and K2. But I like it. This is a color I think that would go great with blue jeans, don't you guys? So we're gonna put these guys in slot 3, and because this bag is really big and it doesn't need it anymore, I'm going to pull the label off the bag, fold it in half. This is what I do with my gemstones or my glass beads, so that I have the price and stuff and what they are in it, and then I'll just put the strand in there. So now we're at number 5, which is a 7-inch strand of 4x2 Sodalite Rondelle beads, which is probably these little guys, which I just had in my hand. It is. And 7 inches, retail price $4.99. Now they called these rondelles, they're just hishis. To me, that would be what I'd call them, is hishis, because they're, the flat little disc like this. So and into the next slot they'll go. I should pull these labels off of the other things too when I put them in here, so they don't have to worry about getting in the way of things. And since I put these in here, when I go and count everything and I come up with a price per bead, I'll write it on this sticker. In my regular boxes, I actually write it on the box, but since these are sort of a transient item, so to speak, and they're going to come and go, and if they get to the point where the box is more empty than full, then I'll probably start taking the beads out of it and put it in my bead soup jar. 6 is a 7-inch strand of 10mm banded agate, dyed and heated round beads, regular price $6.99. Now I think these are the ones that Randy was using today. They are well, this one's cool. It's more gray than blue, but it's really cool looking. I love agates because I love the banding. I think it's so cool looking. Oh, this is a really nice one too, right here. See all the bands on that one? I like it. So this is number 8. No, it's number 6. Sorry. Ooh, that was a little loud. Sorry about that. In your tray. Next is number 7, which is a 7-inch strand of 6mm peach rainbow moonstone, dyed round beads, regular price $6.99. There we go. Now, you know, they say that these are dyed. Why do you need to dye a peach moonstone? They are a pretty moonstone. Though, frankly, I think I saw some copper flecks, which would mean sunstone rather than moonstone. Though they are in the same family of stones, they're both feldspars. So I looked that up once upon a time because I had another strand of moonstone, and was like, that looks like sunstone, not moonstone. Are these stones related? And so I did look it up in my crystals book, and sure enough, they are related. So, okay, next is 10 pieces of 10mm blue spot jasper melon beads. Is that you guys? Yeah, yep. Now, here we are with the blue spot again. Oh, they're pretty. You know what they remind me of? My grandmother used to have Delft blue plates. So that's what it looks. It reminds me of is the Delft blue plates my grandma used to have. You know, well, it wasn't just plates. Obviously, it was a whole crystal set. But you're now removing your labels off the baggies too, and these labels from Bargain Bead Box, they come off the bags pretty easily, which is really nice. Because it really lets you take them off without tearing up the bag, and so you can reuse the bag later if you want to without having to have a label on it. Okay, number 9 is 10 pieces of 12 by 11mm synthetic coral man-made shell beads, $3.99. Okay, that's these guys that I've had people say they weren't sure they liked them. And you know, I don't know. I'm not sure I like them either. And quite frankly, the color just doesn't work. Not in my opinion, anyway. It's too orange. Not that I dislike orange, but if they were going to make these and put these in here, I think it would have been better if they had used either bamboo coral and carved that, or maybe even carved some carnelian, or red agate. I think those would be better. These are a little bit, I mean, they're all right, but they don't turn my crank at all. So I think I'm probably about the 10th person I've heard say they don't really care for those that much. So next is number 10, 10 pieces of 10 by 14mm glass fish beads in slate blue iris. Regular price is $2.99. Oh, these are cute. First, for a second there, I thought I had more than 10, but there's 10 there. But I like the I like this color. I've always liked the slate blue iris color. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, fishies, let's go into your tray. Let's not drop them all over the floor. I did that earlier. I dropped a whole bunch of pearls on the floor when I was doing something else. Okay, so that's our fish. So we're on number 11. 15-inch strand of 4x3mm crystal faceted rondelles in matte pink champagne. Matte pink champagne, $3.99 regular price. They're all right. They don't do anything for me, but they're all right. It'll be a good one to put between some of the bigger beads, probably. Let go, little bag. I don't want you. Come here, box. Down here. And you in there. Nice little box of beads going on there. So, halfway through. 12 is 15-inch strand of 6x4mm crystal faceted rondelle beads in still blue shimmer. Regular price of $4.99. I would imagine that's these guys. Yes, it is. Because there's that beautiful still blue shimmer. I like that color. And I like a rondelle, so this is a good combo. I like this one quite a bit. Does anybody else have a favorite shape? I think mine. You're interested in what I think of this box? Exactly, Heather. They're sort of plasticky. And they look sort of plasticky. I mean, I know they're synthetic, and so they're not going to look like a stone or whatever, really. Though some stones that are synthetic do a darn good job of looking like a stone. Let's face it, goldstone and navy goldstone and some of the jaspers, they're all man-made, and they don't look fakey like that. They look like a stone, so who knows? So far, Dorothy, I'm really liking it. I do not like most people I've heard, I do not like these. They just don't do a thing for me. I've never been a really huge fan of matte. They always appear dirty to me. I like a shiny. I'm a sparkly person. So so far though, I'm liking most everything in here. Those fish are cute. And the little octopus is really cute too. But like I said, I'd be worried about like putting him on a necklace. Definitely not a bracelet, because you'd be banging him around all the time. So I don't know. I might see about getting a second one and making him into a pair of earrings. That I think would be for me. So yeah. Anyway, so let's see. What do we got next? 13? 20 pieces of 8mm crystal faceted round beads in Magma AB. And yep, this is the A. I have always liked crystal magma for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's a really pretty color. I'm not normally much of an orange person, but I do love carnelian. It's one of my favorite stones. For some reason, it has always called to me. It's almost like I can hear it calling my name. Come get me, Rose. You know you want me. So, in you go, baby. Now, I already noticed something that it doesn't need to go in the box, so it'll take up two of the spaces because I put these in other places, and that is our number. These are bonus ones. I'm pretty sure both of them are. 5-gram 40 millimeter 21 gauge brass head pins, and 20 pieces of nickel-free steel ear wires in antique copper. Mainly, these two don't need to go in that box because, number one, I rarely use this type of ear wire. I use either a post, ear stud, whatever you want to call them, or lever backs. I don't use. Sometimes I'll use a kidney wire, but I don't use these normally. I do keep them around because I make freebie earrings for when I sell something online. Then I will put a little pair of free earrings in there, and I use those on them because, well, they're not as... I think I have 2 of something here. And I do. I'm not going to complain. And then again, these are little tiny head pins that to me would be just a one or two bead worth thing. And I have special boxes that I keep this kind of thing in. I think this is that's bronze. And that's my black, but I do have one for copper, so I'll probably will put these in the head pin box so they don't need to go into my other. How long have they put out the companion bundles? As in entirely put them out, or have they got a new one out now? As far as I know, if there's not a new one out now, if there is, I haven't seen it. But as far as companion bundles are concerned, that's actually really a relatively new thing that they've been doing the last few years. They used to not do it. So anyway, let's see, what do we got next? 14 is a 6 pieces of 22 by 9 millimeter seahorse charms. Regular price is $2.99. So we got 6 of those little guys. Those are a nice one. They are two-sided, so that's always good. And the metal gets its own row. Next, after the seahorses, are 4 pieces of 16 by 13 millimeter turtle charms. There we go. I was beginning to think I didn't get the turtle charms, but then since I got an extra, they are cute. I love a turtle. Oh, you're wondering when they will put one out. Yeah, they usually put them out. Well, actually, last month's companion bundle was released before I got my regular. So we'll see how that goes. 16 is 4 pieces of 27 millimeter swirled oval links, regular $1.99. These are pretty. I like these. Oh, and they're two-sided. That's cool. Those will make some really beautiful pieces in, well, just about anything. You could put them in a necklace. You could put them in earrings. You could put them in bracelet. They would make a good connector in a bracelet or an earring, or a necklace, I should say. So, in you go, baby. Next is 20 pieces of 8mm swirl coin beads. And like I said, I actually got 2 of these. I'm not going to complain. Who wants to complain about getting extra, right? But those are cool. They got some heft to them. I don't think those are hollow. I think they're solid. Oh, how pretty. That'll be nice, Heather. Some turtles from New Zealand. Wooden carved turtles from New Zealand. Those will be nice. So let's, come on, let go here. Dump this in here. Next, we have 20 pieces of 8mm swirled round bead caps. Cool. Eight millimeter. I don't know. They look a little, I mean, they might be 8mm, but I don't think they're, I'm not sure I would like them on an 8mm bead. They might be better on a 6. Let's see. I have some 8mm pearls right here. Come on, flip over. I don't know. Oop. They're pretty. I like them. I like them a lot, actually. They're a nice bead cap, but I want to be careful when I put them on to make sure that they actually go nicely on whatever I'm putting them on. Next is a 1 meter 6.5 by 2.5, and there's that word I don't know how to pronounce in jewelry chain, Lumachina, antique copper, $5.99. And this is a cool chain, but you have to be careful when you're using it because the links are a little weird. And when you cut them, you know, because you're going to have to cut them if you're putting if you want to hook something to it, it can be interesting, so to speak. So could I do a tutorial to put the colors together on a chakra bracelet like the one I'm wearing? I put this on today when I started having our little episode earlier and decided maybe my chakras needed aligned a little bit, so I'll put my chakra bracelet on. And then lastly, we have 2 pieces of 14 by 8mm brass magnetic clasps. $3.99 is their regular price. I'm going to put these in the slot with the chain, just because. And let's see how good you guys are. Do you fall apart easily? No, not real easily, so not bad. Pretty good, actually. So 2 of those. And that's our box. It says that the retail value of this box is $90.80. So pretty good box here. I like it. Now what I do is I take this and I fold it in half this direction so I can see what this is on the top. And I will put it in my box so that it faces upward so I can see what my collection is that I've got here, and close that in. Now, as far as something I could have done without, well, the ear wires, like I said, because I don't really use that style. And yes, Kathy, I can put a chakra bracelet together. I don't know that we want to. I'd have to gather up all the stones, so it won't be today, but I certainly can. And so as far as something I can do without would be, of course, like I said, the ear wires, since I don't use that style generally, and these. I really don't like these. I don't know why. I don't know. They look like plastic to me. I know they're probably not, but they look like it, so I don't really care for those. And what would be my favorite thing in this box? Well, you know, that's a darn good question. I like these agates. They're really pretty. So it might be that. Then again, I like these slate blue rondelles. Rondelles is one of my favorite shapes. And I love turtles, so there we go with those. so there's those. So anyway, here we go. We close our box up. Put this label down here inside, just like this. And there we go. There's our Tranquil Tides collection from Bargain Bead Box. I think they turned out really nicely. I think it's a cool kit. I do like it a lot. Like I said, though, there's some things I don't like in here. It's nice that the ear wires were bonuses because, like I said, I will hardly use that kind. I really think the little octopus is adorable, but like I said, I would worry about its little arms on anything other than earrings. So he is very, very cute. And I really like these connectors. These are pretty connectors. And you can actually make a really simple pair of earrings just using a couple of these and a few beads if you wanted to. Just like so. And then put a bead and maybe even another charm if you wanted down below here. Fishy here. I wouldn't want straight metal, but you could, hang your turtle or your seahorse down on the bottom here too, but you'd want to probably put a bead in between. Make a really cute set of earrings. Your daughter took the little octopus and put him on a shelf. Well, that's what I've been considering doing with mine. I have a whole bunch of little odds and end things up here that came out of various kits that I didn't use for the kits. Like right here, he's from Softlex. Come here, baby. Come see me. Don't. And he is a bead. He's got a hole from side to side. But see my little Buddha? Isn't he cute? So, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Kim. They're too bright and I don't know. I just don't like them. They just look too plasticky for me. Oh, you put your octopus on a child's necklace? Gloria? Yeah. Yeah, that would be me too. I could have done without those. I don't think I don't think they're neat. They don't do anything for me. So, I'm thinking this little pendant really doesn't need much now that I've got it painted. I may just put it on some Coriana chain and call it a day as far as he's concerned. But did you put paint, or you're suggesting that I put paint? want to keep your little octopus for your desk. Yeah, that might be what I do too. Because like I said, I have a little elephant up here. Let's see, he's getting a little dusty. He needs to be dusted off. But see, I have a little cinnabar. Well, he's not technically cinnabar. Now, this is a faux stone that you're not supposed to, they're not even supposed to sell the real cinnabar anymore. It's poisonous. So they do have to make a fake. But I think he's really cute. And then I also have a little, oop, no fall down, a little tiki up here. This was also in a Softplex kit, so he has a hole from side to side. And I debated putting him on a necklace, but I think he's really cute, so he's just sitting up here on my shelf along with the elephant and the Buddha. So you're going to put paint on him. Yeah, that would be probably the best thing, actually. Tone that color down some. Yeah, he's so cute. You don't want to part with him. Yeah. Oh yeah, if they had been the same color as the starfish, they wouldn't have been so bright and wouldn't have been so off-putting. Anyway, to me, they're off-putting. I didn't care for them. So, and I know a lot of people felt the same way, that they didn't like them either. Anyway, the people I know of that saw them, most of them don't like those ammonites. They just don't work, in my opinion. I think my ice pack is dying on me. It doesn't feel cold anymore. Well, darlings, I think even though we haven't made it anywhere near our hour, well, we have about 20 minutes if we want to do something. But, well, didn't I just see some Coriana chain in my stuff a minute ago? Come here, gold Coriana chain. I don't think he's going to get anything extra with him. I think he's just going to go straight on to the Coriana chain. And then we will crimp him onto here. Because I think he looks really good. And I think he's just going to make a really beautiful little pendant as is. Oh, they are. I didn't really fill them too much, Kimberly. They're not. They're a little sharp, are they? Well, that sucks. Who wants to wear something if it's sharp? So, my Coriana chain is twisted up here. See, got a nice knot in it. So. Now I'd put this on some regular gold chain as opposed to this style of chain, but if this is so delicate looking that I think that this chain will be good. So just gonna, I haven't measured this, so I don't know how much we have here, but figured we'd see what it looks like just hanging on this chain. See, just really simple. And I don't really think it needs anything else. I think it speaks for itself. What did I paint the pendants with? I have paint pens, But the problem is I haven't been able to find these anymore since, and I'm so afraid these are going to dry up because, man, once they're dead, I'm going to have to find something to replace them with if I can't re-find that style anymore. So I just paint them with those, and then I don't really want to spray this with Krylon because of the paw base, but I think I'm going to have to if it's going to keep its color because um, it's pretty, the little outlines, which is what I painted, are pretty smooth, and sometimes they'll rub off when they're real smooth like that, especially like on stainless steel, cut stainless steel. Stuff rubs right off of that if you don't seal it. So and that hasn't been sealed yet, so that's why I'm not going to actually finish it up. But I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do with that is just put it on this Coriana chain, and with nothing else with it, I think it doesn't. I don't really think it needs anything else. Though, if you wanted something else, you could make like an illusion style thing and just pop a bead here or there up the chain if you wanted to do that. Put that with that so it doesn't get lost. But I did make all of my necklaces for my nurses, and so I've got them in all different colors. This one's got a dark gray pearl with the gold, and that's how I did. I just decided to do all of them with just the one pearl. I think it's pretty simple, but it's a nice, elegant, like everyday thing you could wear every day without being a overpowering kind of thing. You could wear it with blue jeans, or you could wear it with a dress. And then, of course, I have to make the earrings to match all of them. Well, ladies, we really haven't done as much as I normally do as far as time and things are concerned. But I think we are going to call it a day. Even though I do feel a lot better than I did, I still am not 100%. Let's turn up. When I say let's turn up, I always think of the vegetable. Like, we're not vegetables. Um, anyway, even though I do feel better than I did, I don't feel 100%. So I think I may go lay down and take a little nap. And I was really great of all of you to come back and be with me again. My knees ice pack is dead. I just tried switching it to the other side. It's still not any colder, so that needs to be changed too. So I do have all wrappings off of my leg now, except for the regular bandage itself, which is a special bandage. But I don't have to wear the ace bandage except for part of the day now, and my I always think it's so funny. They call them TED socks. They're compression hose. I don't have to wear those anymore either. Anyway, I'm going to leave us a little bit earlier than normal today, and I'm gonna go lay down, and we'll see you in the morning because I am still going to do lives all this week. I don't feel like doing any recording, so that's the way it's going to go. So anyway, we'll see you later. I hope you had fun opening this box with me. Sounds like most of us agreed that we really didn't like the little synthetic coral ammonite shells. There were sort of, ugh. I think I would have preferred if they just put some of the glass ones in. Thank you, Heather. Thanks, Chris. We'll see you all later. Thanks. Anyway, so like I said, I have all my bandaging off except for the regular bandaging, so that's different. Most of my bruising has gone down except for right around my kneecap. Oh, and my wrist. Still got that nice, lovely spot, though it's starting to go away. So, so yeah, I think I'm going to go lay down for a while. Maybe take my book in there and read for a while, and see how they go. You liked the orange ammonites, Dorothy. Well, I think you're probably the only person I've heard say that they did. But so anyway, I'm gonna go lay down. We'll see you in the morning. I hope everybody has a nice evening. And I know that those of you who are with the in Randy's group, she has her members live this afternoon. I'm pretty sure. So have a nice visit with Randy, and we'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Bye bye.